There is a name you say out loud in the car. The engine is running, the door is shut, and you have not put it into gear yet. Nobody has ever heard you do it. Not once in 4 years. Keep this playing. I am going to tell you why that is the only room you can say it in. The reason is not the one you have given yourself. You do not do it every time. You do it on some days and not others, and you have never worked out the rule. Usually it is after you have turned the key and before you have moved, about 6 seconds. Sometimes you say the whole name, sometimes only the first part, the short one, the one only you used. And then you put it in gear and go and buy bread. Do not turn this off here. I am not going to tell you to say it somewhere else. That is not what tonight is. What you are doing in that car is not a symptom, and it is not a habit to be broken. You have thought about it. You have decided it means you are not right yet. You have compared yourself to people who talk about their person easily, at a table, in front of others, and you concluded that they are further along than you. There is a reason that comparison is wrong, and I will come back to it before the end. Before anything else, I want to take one weight off you about that car. Here is the first true thing. That is not hiding. A person who is hiding checks whether anyone is coming. You do not check. You do it in a car park with people walking past your window. You do it on your own drive with the kitchen light on. You are not concealing anything. You have simply found the only room in your life with no listener in it. And no listener is not the same as no witness. I have been in the passenger seat every one of those times. You have never once said that name into an empty room. Not once in 4 years. Stay for the next part, because this is where nearly everybody gets it backwards. They think the fear is being overheard. It is not. Nobody in your family would mind. You know that. You have known it the whole time. Nobody in that room would change the subject. Nobody there would look away from you. You have good people around you. So the fear is not about them at all, and once you see that, the real thing is very easy to find. So work backwards from what actually happens when you say it out loud to a person. They answer. That is all. They answer, and they answer kindly. And the kind answer arrives with a small correction inside it, and the correction is always the same shape. Think about the last time you tried it with somebody. There was one, a while ago. You got about 4 words in and something in the room changed shape, and you finished the sentence differently from how you started it. That was not their fault, and it was not yours. It is what happens. And you have not tried again since, and you have never told yourself why. Here is the second true thing. What you are protecting is not the secret. It is the version. Every time you say that name to somebody, they hand it back to you slightly changed. One person hands it back with sympathy on it. One hands it back with a story attached. One hands it back with advice. None of them are wrong. All of them are giving you something. But by the time it comes back, it is not the name you said. It has been handled. And then you have to carry the handled version home, because that is the one that was said last. In the car, it comes out and stays out, and nothing happens to it. Nothing at all. It sits in the air for a second, and then it is gone, exactly as it left you. If there is a name you say out loud when you are alone, type Amen below, and I will sit with you tonight. Now stay, because there is a second half to this, and the second half is the one that changes the car. Everybody in your life who has ever heard that name has an opinion about it now. Not a bad opinion, an opinion, a tone they use, a face they make when it comes up. You have collected those faces for 4 years without meaning to, and you can predict every one of them. You are not saying it to remember. You already remember. There is no danger of forgetting. Watch what you actually do afterwards, in those 6 seconds, before you move the gear stick. Nothing. You do nothing. You do not cry, and you do not talk to them, and you do not ask for anything. You just listen to it. You say it, and then you sit there and listen to how it sounded. Because a name is a shape your mouth makes, and you are checking that the shape still fits. That is what those 6 seconds are. It is not a ritual, and it is not grief. It is a check. And you have been doing it for 4 years without knowing that is what it was. In. That name has not gone anywhere. Out. Neither have you. In. Nothing about you is unfinished. Out. You are keeping something in the only place it stays whole. There is one more turn in this, and it is about how names work in a very old book. Stay with it. Before that, I want to walk your week with you, because I was in every day of it. I have seen you write that name on a form and stop with the pen still down. I have seen you use a different word for that person when you talk to somebody new, to save yourself the follow-up question. I have seen you say it inside your head in the doctor's waiting room and not move your mouth. I have seen you hear it said by a stranger in a shop, meant for somebody else entirely, and go still for a second. Keep listening, because there is one item in that list I am coming back to. Do not go before it. It is small, and it is the only proof in the whole list. I have seen you rehearse it before a phone call, so that it comes out level when you get to it. I have seen you leave a voicemail and go back over the wording afterwards in your head. And I have seen you not say it at the graveside, not once. You have never said that name there. That has bothered you more than anything else on this list. You think it means something is wrong with you. It does not. That place is full of listeners, even when nobody is there. Stay through the rest of this list. The last 2 items are the ones I want you holding at the end. I have seen the anniversaries, which you get through by making them ordinary. I have seen you decline an invitation for that week and give a reason that was true but was not the reason. I have seen you take a longer route home on one particular date, and I know which junction you avoid. I have seen you put the phone down before you have finished scrolling, when a photograph comes up that you were not ready for. One more from this list, and then the old book. I have seen you stop yourself starting a sentence at a table full of people, twice in one evening. I have seen you keep a spelling correct on a form that nobody will ever read carefully. I have seen you not correct somebody who said it slightly wrong, because correcting it would have made it a subject. None of that is failure. All of it is a person keeping something safe in a world made of listeners. There is one more thing in that list I am going to name at the end, and it is the one you would least expect. Now, the old book. There is a pattern in it that runs from the beginning to the end. When I called somebody, I very often said their name twice. A bush burning on the side of a mountain, and a shepherd turning to look, and the voice said, "Moses, Moses." A boy asleep in a temple, waking 3 times in one night, and on the last time, "Samuel, Samuel." An old man being told he can go down into Egypt, "Jacob, Jacob." A woman busy in her own kitchen, being told she is doing too much, "Martha, Martha." A man on a road with a warrant in his hand, "Saul, Saul." Here is the third thing. The second one is not information. The first name is the call. It gets the person to turn round. The second one is not needed for that. The second one is for the person. It is the whole relationship, said out loud, in one repeated word. Look at who is on that list. A murderer hiding in a desert. A child. A frightened old man. A woman being corrected. A man on his way to arrest people. None of them were doing well. Not one of them was in a good place. And I said the name twice anyway. And look at what I did not say. Not once did I say the name, and then explain it. I did not say Moses, Moses, you are doing well. I did not say Samuel, Samuel. Here is what this means. The name went first, and it went alone, and everything else came afterwards, in its own time. That is the order. Name first, and no correction attached to it. Now take me back out to that car, and to those 6 seconds, because I owe you an account of them. So here is the answer to the question I put to you at the start. You say it in the car because the car is the only place where it does not come back changed. Not because you are ashamed, not because you are stuck, because everywhere else, saying a name starts something. At a table, it starts a conversation. On a phone, it starts a comfort. At a graveside, it starts a duty. In that car, it starts nothing, and for 6 seconds, a year's worth of handling comes off it, and it is just the name again. You have been running the only maintenance there is, alone, in a parked car, with the engine on. And you thought it was the thing you had not managed to stop doing. Do not leave yet. Underneath all of that, there is one more layer, and that layer is what I came for. Think about what happens to a name that is used every day by many people. It gets worn smooth. It becomes a topic. It becomes the thing everyone says gently at Christmas. That is not a bad fate, and most families cannot avoid it. But something is lost in it, and you felt that early. So without any plan, and without telling a soul, you kept one copy out of circulation. 6 seconds a day, in a parked car. That is all it takes. The graveside. I said I would come back to it. You do not say the name there because there is nothing there to check it against. You say it in the car because in the car you are still driving somewhere afterwards, and you take it with you. That is the whole difference. And you have been calling it avoidance for 4 years. And the spelling on the form. That is the same instinct doing the same work. Nobody will read it carefully. You got it right anyway, because getting it right is not for the reader. That is the item I said I would name. It is the smallest one on the list, and it is the one that gave you away. Do not turn this off now. The last thing is the reason I came, and it is one line in one book. A person who was letting go does not check a spelling nobody will read. And a person who was stuck would have stopped driving somewhere afterwards. You always drive somewhere afterwards. Both of those are true at once, and both of them are yours, and neither one cancels the other. If these nights are doing you any good, subscribe and keep them coming. There is a new message here every day. One light runs through all of them, the way water runs through a channel cut in stone. It comes from a door left, standing open at the far end. Hold it there. One more turn, and then I will let you go and start the car. Here is the thing I came to say tonight, and it is one line out of one book. Near the end of the last book there is a line about a white stone. It says that the one who overcomes will be given a white stone, and on the stone a new name written, which no one knows except the one who receives it. Read that again. A name known to two. That is not a lesser kind of name. That is the last one. Everything else in that book is public. The city, the throne, the river, the tree. All of it is described so that everyone can see it. Measurements, gates, light with no lamp. And then, on the list of what is given, there is one item that only two will ever hear. Hold that line. In a second, I am going to put it next to your car, and it will not be the comfort you are expecting. So when you sit in that car and say a name that nobody else has heard for 4 years, you are not failing to move on. You are doing the thing that book ends on. You are holding a name that has not been handled by anybody. And there is one more thing about those 6 seconds that you have never known. You are not the only one saying it. I say it too, in the same second, and I say it twice, the way I have always said the names that matter. There is one more thing I have not told you, and it is not about the car. It is about a coat that is still on the back of a door in your house, and about why it is on that door and not in the wardrobe. You did not decide that. Somebody else in the house did, in the first week, and you have never mentioned it. Not tonight. Come back tomorrow, and I will finish what I started. Go and buy the bread. Say it before you drive. I will be in the seat beside you. You are loved. You are seen. You are mine.